Howdy.
What do you think having Garrett back out there with you guys today?
Oh, it's great. He's a tough guy. We need him on the field. He's a big-time player for us, big-time piece on the offensive line. So, yeah, it's great to have him back.
Vaughn, how's he doing technically?
He's doing great. I mean, he's went against two great defensive lines, about 3 or 4 great defensive rushers from Melvin Ingram, Joey Bosa, DeMarcus Lawrence. He's been holding his own. He's been doing pretty good. I mean, he's better than a rookie should be right now. And he's been flawless out here at practice. He's like I said before, he's going to get some of the toughest defensive edge rushers out there. He's been able to hold his own. He hasn't really had too many mistakes. He hasn't really had too many pressures.
Vaughn, when guys play through something like that, like Trevor was hurt last year and played through it. What kind of weight does that carry in the locker room with the other guys?
I mean, at the end of the day, this is your job to go out here and compete. And, every football player, every single player in the National Football League is going to have to play through some sort of injury. That's just part of it. Some injuries, are tougher than other injuries, but everybody's going to have them, and you have to be able to, fight through that and do your job.
Have you been surprised at all what Shaq's done, given he had no preseason and he's played almost 90% of the snaps?
No, I mean, Shaq did that last year. Shaq was great last year. I mean, Shaq, he started games before. He's been dominating games before. He's covered, Gronkowski and, big-time tight ends before. He's rushed, against great tackles before. So it's just not a surprise. I mean,
even with no preseason?
No, he's a pro. I think this is year 4 for Shaq? Yeah, I mean, he's deep in the game. He's Shaq Barrett.
How are you feeling, and what do you think about the play your injury happened?
I feel pretty good. Like we just said earlier, you're gonna have to fight through some injuries. Everybody's gonna have to fight through them. My stance as a player, I've always tried to take care of my players on my football team and opponents as well, whether it's quarterbacks, receivers, running backs. So when it's the other way around, it's just baffling. But you can't really spend too much time on it. Everybody's situation in the National Football League is different. Everybody doesn't have, the same outlook that I have and some of my other, comrades in the National Football League. Everybody doesn't see it that way. Everybody doesn't play the game like I play the game, and you got to respect that.
Your guys' ability to stop the run, you said started with Joe, maybe playing those linebackers a little more downhill with Brandon and Todd, or what are you seeing when you're out there that's changed?
I don't know. I think it's just mindset. I think it's just mindset. We've always had great players. We just, have been able to get it done. I think it's just mindset. Like we've made a decision, and we want to get it done. The thing about success, especially in the National Football League, it's a week-to-week basis. You can't really, have one game and be like, okay, yeah, with this. You got to go out and prove it, each and every week. And we got a tough test this week against the Buffalo Bills.
What's been the big thing after turnovers? After your offense turns it over, you guys have had a little bit of a struggle there.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we need to focus on that a little bit more. I think, sudden change, is just something that we got to work on. We try to work on it, here in practice, but, it's just something that you really can't prepare for. Everything could be going great, and then boom, defense is back on the field. So, we just got to come together collectively as a defense. It's not a speech or, a chant that could get it done. It's just got to be a collective agreement, amongst everybody on defense. Let's go out here and stop them. Let's go out here and do our job. It doesn't matter if it's, 100 yards or a blade of grass. That's our job is to go out there and stop them, and we got to do a better job at that.
Do you think offenses take more chances against you guys in those situations?
I think offenses in general. If sudden change, you got a short field. You want to put the ball in the end zone. You want to score points. So I think that's just football 1-on-1. Whenever the defense gets you the ball back, especially on a short field like that, you got to put it in. You got to put it in, to stay in the game or to extend the game or change the leverage in the game. You gotta put the ball through the uprights or in the end zone.
What challenge does Tyrod bring as a guy who can get out of the pocket, and does it help knowing Rico's offense, having practiced against it?
He was our coach, but it's not. It's not the same offense. He has different players over there. Tyrod is way different than Trev. A little bit more mobile, and agility and speed and all that stuff. And plus he can throw the ball. He's going look number one, number two, maybe even check a third progression, and then he's gone. So as a rusher like me, I like to get into my rush. You can't really just get up the field. You always got to pay attention to where he's on the field, or he could bust one for you. And it doesn't have to be 30 or 40 yards. If it's 30 and 70, he gets 80 yards. And he does that. 4 or 5 times a game. That kills defenses right there.
Are there similarities in how you prepare for him to the way you guys prepared for Dak?
No, I mean they're two totally different quarterbacks. Dak he's a scrambler, but he wants to pass the ball too. I think Tyrod does a little bit of both.
Because you have to contain Tyrod, does it make it more difficult to get sacks in a game when you're going up against a quarterback like that?
I mean, you got to rush. At the end of the day, you just got to rush. My opinion and my point of view on it is just I'm a rush. And I'm gonna react to whatever the quarterback does. Of course I gotta pay attention to my rush lanes. I can't get 10 yards up the field and leave them 5 or a big hole to just take off running. I obviously got to pay attention to where he is, but I'm a rush. That's what I do. Okay. It doesn't matter if I'm playing Michael Vick or Tom Brady. I'm a rush, and I'm gonna do what I do. But you always got to pay attention to the quarterback. It doesn't matter if it's Michael Vick or Tom Brady.
Thank you both.
All right, guys. Appreciate you guys.